Hey everyone, hope you guys are enjoying Monster Hunter in whichever fashion you're choosing to play it as. And today I'm going to go over some really exciting news that we have specifically for Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. And that is the fact that after a long wait, the highly lauded and certainly highly difficult Hazard Amatsu quest that everyone has been waiting for is finally been officially revealed through Capcom, and we should be able to get our hands on this relatively high difficulty quest within the next few hours. Hopefully after this video goes live, Capcom will go ahead and make it available, presumably within probably the next 12 hours or so after the videos go live. You should be able to get your hands on it. If you don't necessarily know, basically data miners about 2 months ago, I want to say, found out that there was going to be a Hazard version of an Amatsu quest heading into, I believe, was part of the 5th free title update. A lot of people expected it to be part of the launch section of quests that you would unlock as part of the 5th free title update on the Nintendo Switch and PC Steam. That time, of course, came and went, and we never ended up getting this quest made live. Through multiple patches, not only did we end up seeing the quest resurface again on PC via Steam, but also eventually once 4th, 5th, and the bonus free title updates became available on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC Windows, we also ended up seeing the Hazard Melody of Mayhem Amatsu Hazard quest eventually become available in the games files as well, but for whatever reason it still wasn't live. Many of us speculated that maybe they were holding it up for whatever reason, maybe some sort of event, maybe once they revealed the next mainline game or something along those lines, but of course that didn't happen. So Capcom just kind of decided to, out of nowhere, confirm that through their social media pages that surprise, the true final event quest in Sunbreak has you squaring off against an incredibly and specially powerful Amatsu. Stand against the storm in Hazard Melody of Mayhem, releasing September 25th on all platforms. Again, usually when they say the 25th, usually means the 24th in the middle of the night. So I believe this video is going to be going up on the 24th. So you guys should be able to get it at some point tonight. Is going to be my guess. You don't have to wait until tomorrow for that. Now, the interesting thing here is that they are confirming that it will be available on all platforms. That was kind of like expected to some degree since, it became available on PC, Windows, PlayStation, and Xbox. And it ultimately ended up being the unifying quest that everyone across the board can finally play. Sure, you cannot necessarily play it together since crossplay is not something that is available in the game, but it is finally the quest that is available for everyone. Remember, at some point, as part of the Rise content, base Rise I'm talking about, Nintendo Switch and PC Steam were still getting separate content on a weekly basis. Eventually, though, it all lined up, and I believe the last couple of patches, if I want to remember right, ended up dropping together both on Steam and on base Nintendo Switch. Sunbreak was, of course, always Nintendo Switch and Steam together, but PlayStation, Xbox, and PC Windows players ended up getting their content separately until just basically now, finally, you're getting able to get your hands on it. Now, of course, this being a Hazard quest is most likely going to feature a couple of brand new unique moves for Amatsu, a couple of brand new attacks. I believe there is a video out there. I don't want to shout out that channel because I don't want their video to get taken down, but there is a channel already that posted a video of the quest, which of course through a modded means where they essentially ended up getting access to it, and I believe it was a Chinese channel, so I don't want to get them taken down, so I don't want to showcase their gameplay, but you should be able to get your hands on this quest. We do know that Hazard Amatsu should be able to have a couple of brand new combo attacks, a couple of new skills up his sleeve, and of course higher resistances, higher health, and more higher damage. So if people are already struggling with this Amatsu quest, well, you're probably going to struggle with it one more time. I did see some people having fun with Zenogre, Apex Zenogre, of course, which is the typical monster that fights Amatsu the very first time. Crimson Glove Allstrax eventually makes his way once you fight it the second time or third or whatever. As Apex and Ogre most likely is not going to be able to stand up against this Amatsu this time around. Although, of course, you're still going to be able to see that same cutscene, I presume. That should be something of a little surprise if they decide to change something in that regard. Another thing that I also wanted to quickly mention, and a lot of people were wondering if maybe Capcom was going to showcase this as part of their live stream. I am trying to capture some of the actual stream, download it, and so I could showcase it to you guys in another video. Since Capcom did specifically Ryosu Sugimoto and Suzuki, director of Sunbreak, play a couple of Amatsu quests through their live stream. A lot of people were wondering if this was going to be the actual high difficulty quest, but it wasn't. They were playing the normal Amatsu. So it wasn't this hazard version of Amatsu that they were playing. Although it did have some modified parameters that I kind of want to talk about in that video as well. But I did get a lot of people hitting me up in the comments, specifically in the live stream. I saw a couple of people trying to reach out to me since I was watching the live stream with a couple of you guys. And they were asking me if this was actually part of the hazard quest, and it wasn't. It was just a normal Amatsu quest. They were not able to clear it, sadly enough, through the live stream. But it was pretty cool to see Ryosu Sugimoto still playing with the hammer. And a couple of other, just random people in the audience were being brought up there. And I believe there might have been one of them was, I want to say it was like an influencer, a Japanese influencer, a streamer or something like that, that was also playing as well. He was just on a long sword. So they did relatively well. But the people that ended up getting kind of brought up on stage did not do so well, which, Capcom loves to kind of do stuff like that. But it was interesting to see nonetheless. But more importantly, you guys should be able to get your hands on this Hazard Melody of Mayhem event quest, which is presumably the last content drop that we should be able to see on Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. And at the end of the day, it does make me a little bit sad, because a lot of people are going to go in there for one last time, log in, a little bit rusty. They're not going to be relatively prepared for this quest, how difficult it's going to be. But of course, a lot of people were struggling even with that high difficulty Primordial Malzeno quest as well. They were not necessarily doing very well with that. So this high difficulty hazard Amatsu probably is going to, give people a little bit of a run for their money. But that's kind of like all the information that I have for you guys today. I'm certainly going to be streaming maybe a little bit as I try to take it on myself with a couple of randos. But most likely I just do a little bit of a recap video just to talk about how difficult it was. Hopefully as I'm able to clear it, hopefully within the first few hours, since hazard difficulty can kind of vary from place to place. If you're brand new to my channel though, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Hit the bell to receive notifications when the videos go up. And as always, thank you so much for watching. See ya.